Aloha. Thank you for being here. I'm happy to have you here joining us today. So, I am very hopeful about today's Facebook Live event because it really has the potential to make a big difference for a lot of people. It's our first event of 2022 and very appropriate to the times that we are living in. Going into the third year of these unprecedented times, many people are more stressed out than ever, and for good reason. The amount of disruption to our own lives and to businesses and institutions all around us is very profound. Many people still don't have the information they need to remain strong and healthy, or if they're sick, to understand how to build their body's defenses to get better now and over the long run. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Catherine Taketa-Wong, a naturopathic physician, or ND. Like medical doctors, I attended a four-year medical school. I was trained as a primary care physician, and as such, I can order lab tests, write prescriptions, and do school physicals, just like other doctors. And with naturopathic medicine, there is also much more. In the United States, fewer than 20% of medical schools require any courses in nutrition. Of those, the typical offerings are fewer than 25 hours of nutrition. That's 25 hours in 4 years. Naturopathic doctors, by contrast, typically receive 155 hours in order to be trained in the power of nutrition to build health from the inside. Applying that knowledge to a patient's condition takes a lot more time than just prescribing pills. My office visits are a full hour. In addition, I'm also a licensed acupuncturist trained in Chinese medicine. My goal was to educate myself as widely as possible because my passion is to help people not only get healthy, but stay healthy. That is really a focus that we're going to be talking about today. I love caring for my patients and believe strongly in working with them as partners in their health and well-being. If you have a health condition that you would like to talk with me about, please call our office and schedule a free phone consultation. There's no charge because I don't take new patients without reviewing their situation first. We discuss your health concerns and come up with a plan to see how I can help you the most. To schedule a free phone consultation, just call or text our office or click on the link in the post. All of the contact information is on our Facebook page. I want to start today discussing our immune system. Now, many of you have heard about the immune system, but what is it actually? If you actually ask someone on the street, what is the immune system? Very few people would really be able to give you a clear answer exactly what it is. The immune system is actually an interconnected biological network that includes white blood cells, organs, and tissues of the lymph system. This includes organs like the spleen, the thymus, the tonsils, lymph nodes, and many others. Our immune system essentially is a key, and it is one of the things that really helps to build our defenses to protect us from infections or things that could make us sick. And an important key to supporting your immune system is developing the discipline to build good habits. Right now and going forward, those habits can literally save lives. It's a common misconception that the immune system goes to war with every single foreign organism. That's not how it works. If it did, the body would soon deplete itself and wind up in a downward spiral of exhaustion and ultimately death. Instead, the job of the immune system is to take stock, to monitor, assess, and judge potential threats. And in fact, our immune system is able to coexist with the millions of microbes we share our bodies with. But if an invader is deemed a threat, the immune system has a specific function: destroy the threat while doing as little collateral damage as possible. This response from the immune system is what we call inflammation. Inflammation can be kind of like a molecular warfare. There are cells called killer cells and other types of cells that are important in fighting off the pathogen or the thing that could make us sick from our bodies. These killer cells and other molecules flood the zone in order to really try to get rid of the bacteria or virus that can make us sick. The area of infection can actually look kind of like a war zone, with the good soldiers rushing in to assess the problem, to attack it, clean up the area, and to rebuild using new tissue. To us, inflammation can feel like a stuffy nose, sore throat, a stomach ache. It could also feel like fever, fatigue, or headache. The symptoms of an immune response feel junk, but we have to suffer a little in order to keep the rest of our body healthy over the long term. Remember now, there is no magical pill to just boost your immune system. It doesn't work like that. The ongoing focus should be on making sure that our immune system doesn't lose its natural balance. Our health and our well-being depends on keeping the immune system in balance, neither underperforming or overreacting. Now, how do we do that? One key to a strong immune system is a simple one. It's simple but not always easy to do. Your immune system needs sleep. Why is this? In order to make repairs to cells all over your body, including your organs. And it's your organs, for example, kidneys, liver, lungs, that have to process and eliminate toxins. That's what's meant when I said that we need to build good habits to help our immune system do its work. So remember, being healthy means working with Mother Nature, not against her. We need to adjust our lifestyles to reflect our immune system's need for sleep, because too many of us just aren't getting enough. And believe me, I've seen this make a really big difference in terms of working with patients who are ill. This can include chronic illnesses as well as acute illnesses like colds or flu or other kinds of acute illnesses. And I've seen patients who are getting enough sleep and seeing them being able to overcome an acute infection or make a big difference in a chronic infection, whereas other patients who may not be getting enough sleep really have a hard time recovering, and it takes them much longer to recover from an acute infection, or they may actually have more severe manifestations of that acute infection. And it's because there are many things at play, but one of those really is our immune system's need for sleep. And if you're not getting enough sleep, then that can actually really hamper your body's ability to be able to recover. Of course, another key to immune system health and overall well-being is choosing the right foods. That will bring me to our next topic, and I'll be letting you know about other keys to supporting your immune system right after I tell you that if you would like to talk with me about a medical condition, you can call or text our office to schedule a free phone consultation with me. There's no charge because I don't take patients without talking to them first. I always want to make sure that what I do fits your medical needs. You'll find all of the contact information on our Facebook page, and you can also click on the link in the post. As I mentioned, some other important keys to a strong, normally functioning immune system include the food that we put into our bodies. And this is a really big key because many people don't realize that our digestive system is really linked into our immune system. There's some fascinating research that has found that our immune system cells will actually talk to the good bacteria in our gut. And these good bacteria are really important not only for our digestive system health, but they're also important for our immune system health. We need to have the good amounts of these good bacteria to be able to help our immune system be able to do its job. And so having a healthy digestive system also translates into having a healthy immune system. Some of the important keys in terms of these can include avoiding processed foods, particularly sugary foods or soda, as well as excessive amounts of alcohol. These are all foods that create excessive amounts of inflammation in our body and can cause issues with both our immune system as well as our digestive system. On the other hand, there are prebiotic foods that can improve digestion. So what are prebiotics? How many of you have heard about prebiotics? Most of us have heard about probiotics, but many people have never heard of prebiotics. Prebiotics are basically good fibers and sugars that are important for feeding the good bacteria. They're essentially the food for those probiotics, for the good bacteria that we need to, again, support a healthy immune system as well as a healthy gut. Prebiotic foods improve our digestion. They're easy to include in your meals, and you don't have to worry about them being manufactured properly like with a supplement. Prebiotics are foods that feed, again, the good bacteria in our gut. These include foods like almonds, garlic, garbanzo beans, onions, bananas, lentils, red kidney beans, watermelon, grapefruit, oats, and more. Another key to good digestion and also good immune system isn't what we eat, but how we eat. Before you start your meal, pause long enough to take a few deep breaths, or if it's part of your tradition, include a prayer. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in slowly in through the nose and then out through your mouth. That helps to settle the body so that it can produce the proper digestive enzymes. Now, we have 2 different modes. We have one mode that is called the fight or flight mode, and we have a second mode which is called the rest and digest mode. When we are in fight or flight mode, like when we're upset or angry, the body shuts down our production of digestive enzymes. They aren't needed when the body thinks that you're running away. For example, the body shuts down the movement of food along the intestines if you're, for example, running away from a tiger, because you don't want to have to put a lot of energy into dealing with breaking down and digesting your food if you're worried about running away from a tiger. However, in modern times, we rarely have to run away from a tiger or have those kinds of stresses. But when we have different kinds of stress, for example, work stress or stress in our family, it still affects us the same way, and we won't digest our food well. So, here is something else that is simple and helpful and a good habit to have. Take the time to chew well. Digestion really begins in the mouth, with enzymes in our saliva that are mixed with the food to start the digestive process. If we skip that step, the rest of the process in the stomach and the intestines is not as efficient. Pausing before we eat will help to remind us to slow down and chew and enjoy our meal. Going back to what I said about the immune system, in modern society we often misinterpret the significance of a threat. So today we rarely face lions or bears or other mortal threats. But as I mentioned, the trouble is our body still gets triggered in the same way in the face of these modern threats. For example, a marital challenge, trouble with our boss, or the inability to get a child off of a video game. So here are some keys in terms of stress. Stress affects our immune system and can really hamper our body's ability to be able to deal with threats, things that can make us sick, like viruses or bacteria, but also other kinds of issues with our immune system that can include things like allergies or autoimmune diseases. So managing stress is going to be really important It's another important key. So here are a few keys with managing stress. 1, meditation or mindfulness to help support a balanced immune system. This can include restraining inflammation or keeping that inflammation under control. Number 2, exercise. Exercise helps to improve circulation through our body. It also produces endorphins, which are really key for a good, healthy functioning immune system. And number 3, schedule, delegate, work with a spouse or partner to do things that you can do to mitigate that stress. Going back to the first point that I brought up, meditation. Many people are not that familiar with meditation, and we can often tend to be uncomfortable with new things, at least at first. One thing that many folks have found works with them is to just pay attention to their breathing for a few minutes throughout the day. So you could do this while you're, for example, washing the dishes. You can take in long, slow breaths through your nose and slowly breathing them out through your mouth. And something simple like this can help to move your body from that fight or flight response to the rest and digest state, which is the state that helps us in terms of managing stress, helping with our immune system, and keeping our overall body in balance. I also want to mention one other important key to health during these stressful times: supplements and herbs. So these include just a few things. I'm going to talk about a few main highlights of certain vitamins, minerals, and nutrients and herbs that are very important that I found particularly during these recent times. One is vitamin D. This vitamin helps to keep our immune system balanced. It can help to decrease the risk of infections and also can help with allergies and autoimmune conditions. 2, zinc. Zinc is a mineral that is similar to vitamin D and very useful in supporting our immune system health, helping to reduce the risk of infections, and also helping with allergies and autoimmune conditions. 3, vitamin C. This vitamin is an antioxidant. It helps with decreasing inflammation and can also help to reduce the severity of colds as well as pneumonia. 4, NAC. NAC is an amino acid. It stands for N-acetylcysteine, and it helps to decrease inflammation and supports our body in getting rid of toxins. NAC can also help to reduce congestion, which can be very helpful during an acute infection like a cold or flu. Reishi. Reishi is a mushroom that helps to support and regulate the immune system and decrease the frequency and the severity of infections. And lastly, Chinese herbs. Chinese herbs have been used for centuries for colds and other types of infections. There are thousands of Chinese herbs, so I individualize them for each patient. If you're not familiar with supplements and such, I suggest going to my website, drtaketa-wong.com, and clicking on the store button. Every item in our store is something that I have personally researched to make sure that the label says what's on there and that they are clean and safe. So that's drtaketa-wong.com, one word, and you'll find the link in the post with this video. I trust that our discussion about the immune system has been useful for you. Does your doctor take the time to educate you like how we're doing today? If not, you're welcome to talk with me personally about any health concerns that you have so that you can feel empowered with your health. To do so, just call or text our office to schedule a free phone consultation with me. There's no charge because I don't take new patients without talking to them first. I always want to make sure that what I do fits their needs. You'll find all the contact information on our Facebook page, and you can also click on the link in the post with this video. Mahalo, Happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks. Aloha.